Villa Arena is huge. It's 75,000 square meters of space, and just to put that into perspective, the average IKEA is about 28,000 square meters. So this place is like 2.5 IKEAs. Hi everyone, my name is Daniela and I'm an artist based here in Amsterdam. Last year my husband and I bought a house and we visited Villa Arena about 3 to 4 times. So in this video I'm going to be explaining the types of shops that you can expect to find there, also how to get there by public transport, my top 3 tips to make the most out of your visit, and an overview of our recommended list of shops. Let's get into this. Now, to get to Villa Arena from Amsterdam Centraal Station, you can take the number 54 metro towards Heen and get off at Woonmall Arena station. And from there, it's about a 5 to 10 minute walk. So door to door from Amsterdam Central to Villa Arena, it's about 30 minutes. There are also train and bus options. At Woonmall Arena station, exit through the main entrance and you'll see a very long pedestrianised road, which is the Johan Cruijff Boulevard. So as you walk down this, you'll pass the IMAX cinema on the left, and then a little further up, you'll also pass Johan Cruijff Arena on your right, and then you'll also see a few restaurants and mega stores, and eventually Villa Arena will be right in front of you. Now, Villa Arena is a furniture mall with about 50 shops spread across several floors under one roof. Now, these individual shops are absolutely massive. Some of them even take up multiple floors as well. In terms of what's good to see here, if you are looking for big items like a sofa, bed, dining table, a new bathroom, kitchen, then this is the place to come because they really have the space for it, and there is a lot of choice. And if you don't know exactly what you're looking for yet, then this is a great place to come for inspiration because you have lots of different styles. There are also some niche shops here, for example, Bax Music. They have a huge range of items in there, for example, musical instruments, lighting, DJ decks. There are also other niche shops like there was one for doors and there's also another for artwork. Tips. Number 1. Now the shops are massive and it's amazing how quickly time just flies by. It's like some kind of weird time warp in there. But of course it depends on what you're looking for. But as a starting point, I would say you need a good afternoon in there. Number 2, do some prep work ahead of time. Like this is a bit tedious and honestly a little bit boring, but it can really save you time. Like we were looking for a sofa and using the Villa Arena website, I went through all the living room shop websites because for most of them you can filter using, for example, price or style. In about 5 to 10 minutes, you can very quickly work out whether a shop has the kind of stuff that you're looking for, and this is way faster and easier than going into each individual shop. Number 3, at some point you may need to refuel and grab a quick drink or snack. There are a few places dotted around the mall. We always went to a place called Boeven, which it felt like a sort of cozy cafe because it's in this enclosed structure. We also tried the 2 places on the ground floor, which were all right too. Also, if you go back towards Woonmall Arena station, there are more food options there. There's a very decent Japanese restaurant called Ichi-E near the station, and we had dinner there. It was a bit of a treat after a long afternoon in Villa Arena, and this worked really well. Having gone through the whole house buying and renovation process, we had both good and bad experiences. One of the biggest challenges was knowing where exactly to buy stuff because you want to avoid getting ripped off, but at the same time you want to ensure that you're getting good quality and value for money. So that's why I've put together a list of the shops and companies that we used and would recommend. This is the list I wish we'd had right at the start of our journey. For those interested, this list is available on my Buy Me a Coffee page. By visiting, you can also make a contribution to help support my YouTube channel and creative journey. Here is a quick overview of what type of shops and companies are included in that list. Curtains. We compared quite a few companies before finding this one, which was reasonably priced. It does take a while for the curtains to arrive, but we're really happy with the results. Flooring. Now this is such a minefield. Luckily we found a store that's family run, and even before we were ready to buy, I really appreciated how helpful and straight to the point they were. They weren't like overly salesy like other places, and we ended up getting some laminate flooring and the final results look great kitchen. Now we got the kitchen completely refitted. There were a couple of minor hiccups. A couple of the doors had to be swapped because they'd put the handles in the wrong place. Also, we had to swap the stove. But overall, you know, we're really happy with our kitchen. Paint and tiles. So initially we went to Gamma to pick up those tiny little roller samples that you can put on your wall and see how the color looks. And once we knew what colors we wanted, we were then recommended a sort of a paint shop, so it just sells paint. And then just down the road, maybe like a 1-minute walk away, there's also another shop that sells tiles in all manner of like shapes, sizes and color. And it was super handy to have both of those shops so close to one another because you could hit them up in one go. Shower. And we didn't need to replace the whole shower, we just needed certain replacement parts. And we found a store that, you know, it sells all sorts of bathroom and toilet things. And I really appreciated that they didn't try to upsell us anything. They were just really straight to the point and very helpful. And sofa. Now we were looking for a sofa with good neck support, and this is actually quite hard to find, weirdly, but we found a place that was really highly rated, and you know, they did not disappoint. We picked out a sofa. It took about 2 months to arrive, and yeah, we're just so happy with it. Plus, you know, the customer service and the whole delivery process was really good too. Moving house. Now, if you don't have so much stuff, this is not so much of an issue, but if you have a lot of furniture like we did, this can be really problematic. The last time we moved, it was an absolute nightmare. So this time around, we got a recommendation from our neighbors, and these new guys, they were amazing. Like, I could sing their praises all day long because they were the epitome of professional. If you found this video helpful, please could you hit that like button, as it will really help me out. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, goodbye.